Alright guys, so a bit of an unusual video today. We're actually taking a look at the J-10C that's currently in the dev server. So if you didn't know, War Thunder recently released an update trailer for the newest major update called Line of Contact. And J-10C is one of the newest additions coming into the next major update. So without further ado, let's just jump right in. So starting from the weaponry, I think this is a pretty neat feature that the new update brought us is you can kind of like visualize all of the weapons the J-10C can carry in this like little rack thingies, which is a pretty nice feature, honestly. But anyway, you get pretty usual weapons for China. So starting with your unguided rockets and unguided bombs, pretty standard on all planes. And you get your laser guided bombs, your satellite guided bombs, and of course your two types of air-to-air missiles, that being the PL-8B and the PL-12s. So the weapons on this plane, like I said, are pretty standard. But there are a couple of new weapons coming for the J-10C. So this is the first one. This is a new guided bomb called the GB3. This is basically a 250 kilogram or 500 pound in this case laser guided bomb that's well basically a kind of like more advanced version of the GB250, and you can carry more of them. In this case you can carry 12. What's really nice is this triple rack pylon where it allows you to carry more bombs basically. So speaking of guided bombs, the J-10C also gets access to two 1,000 kilogram guided bombs. Those are previously only available on the JH-7A, I believe. And to guide them all, you have a new targeting pod called the Ying 3 targeting pod. I believe that's how you say it. But performance-wise, this is very similar to the sniper targeting pod, so it's obviously a very nice upgrade. So one last thing in the weapons department is the air-to-air missiles. Now, you don't get any new air-to-air missiles per se. You still get the PL-12s and PL-8Bs, both of which are already in game. But one difference you might notice here is you do get two more PL-12s under the belly. So you get a double launcher under the belly. That gives you a total of 8 activator missiles, and obviously you can carry two more IRs on the outermost pylon. That gives you 8 active radars and 2 IRs, which is a very, very good loadout, honestly. So in my opinion, the biggest difference compared to the J-10A is right here. This is the KLJ-10A AESA radar. This is a very modern radar set. As you can see here, it has 200 kilometers of range. It has 8 data links. It has full NCTR capabilities. So it has all the nice features of a top tier radar set. So this is going to be a very capable radar, I think. Alright, so coming to the back here, we have the newest engine for the J-10C. Now, in real life, this thing is supposed to have the WS-10C as its engine, which will produce even more thrust than the Saturn Series 3. Now, I'm not sure if this is the dev server having a placeholder or it's supposed to be like that, but I will let you guys know if there's any updates. But theoretically, it should have the WS-10C, which is more powerful than the engine currently shown here, and definitely the J-10A's engine as well. Alright, without further ado, let's take it up in the air. One very notable thing I noticed, and that is the acceleration. Of course, this still has a placeholder engine, but of course, it's still, even the placeholder engine is still more powerful than the J-10A's engine. But look at the acceleration on my left side. Like, obviously I use knots as a measuring unit, but look at the Mach counter just going up. I mean, I can't imagine what it's like if the WS-10 is implemented being more powerful. So one interesting factor about this flight performance is the fact that, if you can see on the left side, we're super cruising right now, which just demonstrates how much power this engine has, even in its current state. So agility-wise, this plane being a J-10, obviously, it's very agile. I think it may even be a little bit more agile than the J-10A, but I can't confirm that fact. But I do know the more powerful engine definitely helps with the sustained turns. But overall, this is a very agile And speaking about its sensors, so this is the updated AESA radar. As you can see, the NCTR is basically recognizing the MiG-15, well, as a MiG-15, obviously. And being an AESA radar, this radar obviously scans a lot faster. You have good scan angles and pretty good range too. So you have 19 kilometers, 37, 74, 148, and 296. So this radar can almost detect out to 300 kilometers. Obviously, realistically, you can only lock targets at around 140, but it's still very impressive. So lastly, but certainly not the least, my favorite part about the J-10C is actually its cockpit. Like, this is a really, really nice cockpit just from looking at it firsthand. So obviously you can see we have three large MFDs. This is kind of similar to what the JF-17 and the Gripen has. It's really nice detailed, it has good on-screen symbology. The HUD is a little bit updated too. It also got, like, I guess, new text, which I really like. So that concludes my short review on the J-10C currently in the dev server. And I got to say, I'm really liking this plane so far. It's like, it got a lot of like quality of life upgrades over the J-10A that just makes it so much more enjoyable. Of course, the J-10A is a very capable plane, but this just brings it to a whole nother level, essentially. I like a lot of the features that Gaijin is implementing for this plane, and I think they've done a good job with this plane for this update. So let me know down in the comments if you enjoy this kind of content from me. But that's all for the J10C today. I will see you guys next time.